Hey, all you cinema buffs out there, Dennis and Nate bringing you a throwback review of the original The Fast and the Furious. Next week, we're going to be bringing you our review of the newest installment, The Fate of the Furious. So we decided to go all the way back to 2001 and review the original movie.
Yeah.
So, Nate, it's been a while since we've seen this one.
Sure has.
What's your personal history with it?
My friends and I loved the original Fast and the Furious when it first came out, and it was just... It epitomizes 2001. We had just gotten our license. It was all about NOS, neon colors, fast cars. Like, we loved this. And we had our crappy little cars that we all had, our beaters, that our first cars we ever had. And we raced out of there to the parking lot after we saw this movie. Very excited. What about you?
I didn't quite have my license yet when I saw this one, but... I was 15 when I saw it, and yeah, it was one of those movies, like, I didn't love it walking out of the theater, but I had a good time, and, like, me and my buddies enjoyed it. Yeah. And it was one of those movies where you're hanging out with friends, and, you know, somebody's like, oh, hey, man, you want to watch Fast and Furious? I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? But you are right, this movie is so 2001.
It is
this
a time capsule.
Oh, yeah, this is like an MTV era movie, you can tell, because every time there's music, they play a pop song, a rock song, and a rap song. It's like they want to make sure everybody's
in a row
served. Yeah,
like
within a minute of each other, they change these things.
Yeah.
The race scenes, they are very well shot, but it's something that bugged me kinda when I was younger, but it really bugged me now. It's like everybody's talking about these 10-second cars. 10-second cars. Yeah. These cars can go a quarter mile in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Every 10-second race in this movie takes like a minute and a half.
I know, it does. Or even up to like 2.5 minutes.
Right. And so like that kind of is just something I was just like,
right.
Kind of thumb my nose at a little bit this time
I did too, and like when we saw this originally, my friends and I knew that this was pretty cheesy stuff. We would make fun of it ourselves. We knew that this wasn't a great movie, but even watching the very first race sequence, it is really well shot. It does give the illusion of it being fast. Like, it is super fast looking, to the point where they go into like warp speed kind of. It's
when he hits the NOS,
which is cool. And also, I attribute it to 10 seconds isn't long enough to really give you a big thrill of an action scene, so they have to stretch out a little bit.
I understand why they did that.
Yeah,
but it's just one of those things.
Totally inaccurate.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. But I do think that this movie is paced really well. It is relentlessly action-packed, even for its time. I love the opening sequence. The opening robbery sequence is really cool. Yeah. I think that's really well crafted.
Yeah. It is. This movie does really move right along, and it is really dripping with cheese too. Especially the character of Vince. I remember like hating him because he was like the asshole character when I first saw it. But now like I love this character. He's like pure extreme asshole to the point where he's playing the guitar at the party when music's playing. Like only an asshole does that. Like,
he lives to be an asshole.
Right. Just everything that comes out of his mouth, everything he emotes is just trying to take down Paul Walker's character.
One thing going back with the acting is this is just balls to the wall cheesiness in its acting as well. Almost self-aware. If you don't know this already, this is just a ripoff of Point Break. It is the exact same plot as Point Break, only somehow cheesier than Point Break. It also takes its time in certain aspects of just sort of giving a little character development. Although it's not great character development, they do give Jesse a little bit moment to shine of like, he's a mathematician, he's an expert with cars, he's just like, this is all he focuses on. So I kind of like those scenes that they just give a little bit of time. Yeah, even with Toretto and his history with his father and things like that. You know?
They give enough of Jesse to like where you feel the impact of his, spoiler alert, death at the end of the movie and everything. Yeah. And I feel like this movie, it's got more good than bad, but it's got plenty of both. Like I think this movie's full of but when I was 15, you know, the dialogue and these characters and their reactions are really relatable. But they're in their 20s and they shouldn't be acting like this.
Totally.
So, like I said, this is like an MTV era movie where it's just everything's so juvenile. They had a targeted demographic.
Yeah, totally.
And they delivered for them.
Totally, and they really set off a huge amount of trends, not only with their own Fast and the Furious series, but just with NOS took off. Like, there's NOS energy drinks and all that stuff, like, really went kind of crazy in that era of the 2000s where Fast and the Furious like was king. Yeah. And even with the upcoming of Vin Diesel, you know, he did Pitch Black, he did Saving Private Ryan, but this was his breakout role of he was the lead actor in this. And there was moments where you sort of do feel like his intimidation. He is fairly intimidating. When you see him in the background in the restaurant, you just sort of catch glimpses of him. You're like, ooh, who is Dominic Toretto? He's some sort of force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, there are some very well executed moments in this film. That, you know, not to say that at least. And I still enjoyed it. watching it again. And not as much as I did when I was younger, but it's still very much an enjoyable movie.
I hope with this new one that they sort of go back into, not that I've actually seen any of the other ones, so maybe they do keep the same trends along with it, but there's not that much street racing, it seems like. They're more focusing on the ridiculousness of the action or the heists or the jobs that they have to do with the Fast and the Furious, when really I hope they go back to street racing. You know, that's a big part of this movie. The heists are sort of the background in comparison to the street racing with race wars and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but I just feel like the series has evolved into something else, and I think that for the series to continue on as long as they want to. I mean, Vin Diesel's talking about another 4 or 5 movies. And I think that they need to do that again. Evolve. Maybe go back to street racing. Who knows?
Yeah.
Buff. All right, Nate. So we took this trip down memory lane and rewatched good old Fast and the Furious. So why don't you go ahead and put a number and score it?
Okay. I'm going to be fairly generous with this because this does have a little bit of nostalgia in my heart with this movie. I did love it when I was younger. And I can't deny that even someone watching it that has never seen it can't watch this and say this is boring, because it's not. It's just a really entertaining, ridiculous movie. So I'm going to go 7.5 out of 10. I like the Fast and the Furious.
That is a very generous score. This is a perfect, like, kind of turn off your brain, throw some popcorn in your mouth. It's an entertaining, it's an action movie, it's a blockbuster. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're not looking for deep cuts in this one or anything like that. But there are just things that, you know, I couldn't help but point out and nitpick at and let them bother me. But overall, I still had a good time at this movie.
That's what's important.
It was very nostalgic. So I'll just go a shade lower. I'm going to go 7 out of 10.
Wow, that's higher than I thought you would go.
Buff.
All right, so that's our review of Fast and the Furious, the 2001 original. What did you guys think of the movie? What's your favorite in the series? Leave all your comments below. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We always appreciate the support here at Cinema Buffs.
Yeah, and join us next week as we review the new installment, The Fate of the Furious. So we'll see what it is. I mean, I don't know. We might be pretty lost because we haven't seen the movies in a while.
Dominic goes rogue.
People will check it out. Hopefully it's not Transformers 5.
Yeah.
But until then, don't forget.
There's no place like the theater.
I came here to do 2 things. Review movies and chew bubblegum. And I'm all out of bubblegum. So click the logo right here and become a subscriber and you'll never miss an episode.